Okay, let's get going. It's kind of hard to, it's really hard to jam to that song.
No, not at all. Good morning.
No, you can. Good morning. How are you?
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
We're on.
It's
We are
8:30.
live. It
I-
is 8:30.
I have 8:30.
It is Wednesday, June 28th.
Eighth.
What does that mean?
It's the 20th day of the 6th month. And we only have like two
Two
more
more
days for the rest of
Left
for
for the
the
first
for
6
Sabbath.
months of the year, for the
Jeez.
second 6 months of the half of 2023.
Maybe Craig. Oh, Craig, can you let us know what we're supposed to say on that standpoint? Because he's on point with that.
Yeah, so it's June 28th. It is Wednesday. We're bringing you another episode of Wisdom Wednesday. We have Senior Jimmy McNally with us today. So today we're going to talk about we're going to combine a few things together, but we've had some really good traction and progress with our CMAs and the conversations we're having with our homeowners. And whether they're past client sphere, people in a farm, absentee owners, we've had some really good traction with that. So we're going to expand on that and show you a couple things that you can do to try to get some more traction. I was really excited that Mike Puma shared his post yesterday, because I've been saying for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, just telling you something just simple and similar to that. If you have friends in any business that reach out to you and say, hey, I just started with ABC Insurance Company. I just got a job with this, with this gym in this sports facility. I just got a job with this, and I would love the opportunity to help you out and quote you some new policies or show you some of our new programs that we have. It would really help me grow my business. Does that sound like something you could help me out and do? It's basically simple. And you would say yes. If somebody called you and say, hey, I just started with ABC Insurance and I want to be able to practice my quoting of your property and maybe your personal insurance, health insurance, auto insurance, homeowners insurance. Can I help you out with that? It'll really give me some practice, no expectations. I just need to practice and I've got some amazing tools to help you out. You'd say yes if a friend asked you to do that. That's this whole concept right here. Simple concept. All you're doing is asking, can I help you and you help me? And it's a win-win. So I need your help. I need your help. I just got a new system at work and I need practice using it. It's designed to help me create amazingly accurate home value reports. But again, I need practice using it. If you're interested in helping, shoot me your address. I'll get practice and you will get a free home value assessment. How many people do you think in your sphere, in your social sphere, if you texted this, if you emailed it, if you put it onto social media, how many replies do you think you would get?
And how about take it to the next level? How many people posted this?
How about just really, how many replies do you think you would get?
13
replies from
Okay.
someone sitting in the front row. We have another one that got 25 replies yesterday by the end of the day. We have another one who got 7 replies. We have another one who got 3. Everybody, all they're doing is just replying with their address and saying, here you go. So we have 13 people who said, yes, I like you enough to let you help me and me to help you.
Yep.
Because there's no friction here. It is a frictionless thing. I want to help you. You want to help me. Can I do this for you? Everybody benefits. You get to know what your home is worth. You get an opportunity as an agent to follow up with them and kind of get a few touch points with them past that, which we'll explain a little bit more after that. And they get to know what their home value is worth and then get some of your knowledge about possible using their equity. If they ever had to sell, what their rental rates would be and so on and so forth. So anybody online want to tell me how many replies you got? Anybody else got any replies? Because everybody that I've been talking to that's used it has had some good responses. They've gotten at least one person come back and say yes and send their address. But most people have had probably 2, 3, or 4, but we've also had the 13s, 25s, 15s. We've had a lot of people with some good replies. Any comments?
I got 2 people. Okay.
So that excellent. That's 2 people you didn't have. I got none. So this is a message that you can do 2 things with. Post it on social media, actually more than that. Post it on social media, which you should be doing every day, getting a daily post up. Secondly, Jimmy puts it into a
E-Blast.
So you have an E-Blast and Moxie. Every single one of the daily posts is set up with an E-Blast. All you have to do is go in and activate it and send it out. So you can get an email, you can get a social post. What else should you do? You don't even need the image. Just take the text that's there type it, copy and paste it, and start sending it to your neighbors, your friends, your past clients, and everybody you know, sending just that text right there to them in a text message. So now you're literally hitting every avenue. You can call them and ask them too, but I know a lot of you don't like that. You think it creates too much friction, but I think it would be a great conversation for you to pick up the phone and call. Or even better yet, don't type that. Get your phone out, shoot a video, and just read that off. Hey, I really need your help. I've got this new system at work and I need practice using it. I have a new system that allows me to create amazingly accurate home valuations. Again, I need some more practice using it. So reply to me with your address if you'd like me to create a home valuation report for you and send it over to you for free. It's a win-win. I promise I won't bug you after that. Just want to be able to send you some info and send that as a text message. So what are you going to get? You're going to get 13 replies, 25 replies, 2 replies, maybe no replies if you just used one of those. If you send it through an e-blast, through social media, and through text, you're going to probably end up with about 10 to 20 different replies, which are opportunities to create a CMA. How do you create a CMA for someone when you haven't seen their house in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, or people on social media never seen their house? How do you create a CMA for someone like that?
Very carefully.
Very carefully. Why? Because you don't want to piss them off and tell them their home is worth 50,000, 100,000 less than what it actually is. So you've got a little bit of work to do. This isn't sit down and create a CMA, send it over to them, hope that they don't get offended. So your next steps for the people who got 13 replies, 25 replies, 2 replies, 10 replies, your next step is going to be, I got this reply. So then will you go to the next screen? They just put together a couple basic scripts that might go along with these. So I'm excited to share this home valuation report with this new system that I got. But in order for me to be as accurate as I can, and I need to ask you a few questions about the home. Would later this afternoon work for you? Or would later this afternoon or early evening work for you? I need to ask you a few questions. Yes, it'd be great to see the home, but to start off with, I need to at least ask you a few questions. What have you done to the home? What upgrades have you had? Tell me a little bit about the house. How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? When's the last time the roof was done? Kitchens, bathrooms, things like that. Ask those questions. If you ask those questions, you'll get a really good idea of what's been updated or not. And then you can ask them to take some pictures and send them to you. We're trying to keep it as frictionless as possible. I want you to go to the house because so that's going to be one of the next scripts. I want you to go to the house and see the house. But the reason we got so many replies is they're trying to help you. They want to keep it friction. Yeah, send it over to me. And now you're going to go, well, I need to talk to you. Then I need to come over there. Then it's going to take me a week. And then I got to put it together. And then I don't know. And then I got to explain to you about the report that I sent you. They don't want that. They want something quick and easy. So let me ask you a few questions. The next script is, hey, I'm really excited to share with this home valuation report using my new system that I got. And I really appreciate the opportunity you're giving me to practice with it. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. Number one, I could send you a brief report with the range and value of where your home stands based on the information available to me in public records and what I know of the home. That range will be approximately a 50 to 75, 50 to $100,000 range. Number two, if you want me to really zero in on a firm value, I'd need to schedule a few minutes to ask you a few questions and come by and see the property. Only then could I properly assess your current situation and give you a solid valuation. Let me know if either option 1 or option 2 works for you. Please reply. So that would be, hey, you want to keep this completely frictionless? Good. It's going to be a big range of about 100 grand. You want me to really zero in? I might be able to gauge if you're more interested or not. I got to ask a few questions at least, and then maybe even come by and see the home. But if you take these scripts and you put it into a video message that you reply to them with, now we're creating a little bit more rapport, a little bit more connection. So these are what I'll ask you. The next one was, this was one. The next one is once you send them the report, we're going to ask you to put a video into that quick CMA. And the video in the quick CMA is, I'm really excited to share this home valuation with you. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the numbers that I was able to come up with using all of the available data in your market. What you're going to see is the presentation is a range of value that's determined by observing all the properties that are active in the market, currently under contract in the market, and that have sold in the previous 90 days in our market. This paints us a fairly clear of how the buyers are reacting to the inventory in your area. Now that you've got a good idea where you stand in your potential equity, you have access to, if you were interested in exploring any of these options, such as a HELOC, using some of those funds to invest, or even possibly selling your home, let me know and we can schedule some time to chat. Quick, easy, just want to let you know what you have. What questions does anybody have about where you're at? Okay, so do you have any questions about what you've gotten questions about, or what kind of replies you have and what you should do next? Okay, so we'll show you how to put video. Jimmy, why don't you get your phone out? Which video? Put the video into the report, like which one? Number 1, 2, or 3? The one about the report, something like that? All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're not going to put that video in. So you're looking for a video to reply to them right now. We're not going to put that into a report. We're going to put that into a text message. In order for me to get a really good idea, let me know if option 1 or option 2 works for you. So really all you need to do is take your phone out, and you don't even need Jimmy to shoot it, but go ahead and we'll shoot a quick video. And I'm just going to go through and read through that. So ready? Yeah. Awesome. So all you're going to do is shoot the video and say, hey, I'm really excited to share your home valuation report using this new system that I've got. And I really appreciate the opportunity that you're giving me to practice on this. It'll really help me out. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. Number one, I can shoot you over this quick report, but it's going to be a range of about $50,000 to $100,000, just because I can't really zero in until I get a little more information. That's option 1. Option 2 would be, we can schedule a little bit of time where I can ask you a few questions and come by and see your home. That'll really allow me to zero in on what the value of your home is. And once we get that, I'll have a really firm identifying factor of where that value is. Only after I see it can I really properly assess that. So just let me know which option works best for you. Option 1 gets you a nice little range. Option 2, get really firm about where that value is, but I'll need to ask a few questions and come see the home. Just reply to me, option 1 or option 2, and I'll start working on that. Done. Shoot that as a text message. It's like something simple, just reply in video, or you can type it out if you want, but I think you'll have a better reaction to them, because you have 13, 25, 10 replies from people. And if you try to sit down and do 13 CMAs, it's going to take you a while. You're going to get really stressed out about it. Am I doing this right? I don't know about their home. It's a 70s home. Did they update this? Did they change that? I think they had a pool, but what about the dock? Did they do their seawall? You're going to get really confused with that. And you can't put a report together for someone like that, because then you're going to piss them off. People think it's worth this. They're going to say, but she didn't that and she wasn't here. So first step is just reply to all of them. If you have 13 of them, reply to all of them with something simple like that. Hey, quick little video. Thanks so much for this opportunity. We can do this one of 2 ways. Option number 1, real quick and painless and easy. I'll get you a big range, like $50,000 to $100,000, so you know where you stand. That's what most websites are going to show them. When you get on RPR, on even on like a Realtor.com and Zillow, when you get to a certain point, there's usually a range. So option 1. Option 2, I need to ask you a few questions. Come by and see the home, and I'll knock that out for you. I'll get you really firm on that value. Either one works fine for me. Just reply option 1 or option 2, and I'll start working on that. If you do that, now you at least know what you're doing. Okay, I could throw together a quick CMA for these people in a range, and then make sure that when I send the video over to them, I think you'll be surprised with the numbers. But like I said, this is just a range of where the value is. These numbers will change based on the upgrades, updates, and changes that you may have made. For instance, in your home, if you've added a seawall, updated the dock, changed out your kitchen, updated your bathrooms, have a new roof, start listing off some of those things or talking briefly about them. These valuations could change quickly. So I hope you're satisfied with this range that's here. And if you would like to know some more of your options about accessing that equity that's in your home, opening a HELOC, using it as an investment, or even possibly selling, please reach back out to me. I'm happy to chat. So that's what you would send them afterwards if they just wanted a range. But if they want you to zero in, now you know what to do. Great. Would later today work for you to schedule a quick 3-minute call or a 5-minute visit? We can knock them both out and I come by the home, or I can do a call and then come by the home. So Jimmy, I need help with the mux. Oh, that's okay. Good. So if you're getting replies to this, this will be your next step. You don't have to sit down, because I know a lot of you got that and you're like, what do I do? I don't know anything about these homes. How am I going to do a proper CMA? Good. Next step. Ask them, what would you like me to do? Get you a nice range, or really zero in? but use it as a video text, a video reply. Questions, comments, concerns? No? No? Okay. So
You're good.
we know that we can sit down, get the next step done. Let me know what you want. Zero in, broad range. And then you go to work with your CMAs, and then we're going to step into some of the next steps now, which Jimmy's got a 1-page flyer that you can use. We have a quick CMA that you can use, or you have your full Moxie presentations that you can use. He's going to start telling you what he thinks would be the best way for you to take the next step now that you can create a valuation for them to keep their interest piqued and show them one of these awesome reports.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Good job. Fantastic.
I don't even know what I just said.
Yeah, well, you always just kind of come up with it, I mean, that's how you roll. That's how you roll. So anyways, thank you, Chris. So what we're going to do next, I'm gonna walk you through a few steps. When it comes down, once you get these responses that Chris is talking about, you send a video, you're ready to go. It's time to get in and actually do the evaluation. And so I want to walk you through a few steps. Now, for those of you that are going to be coming to the upcoming Moxie boot camps in your office, some of these things I'm going to kind of get you set up and prepped for today. So you have kind of the template available to be able to send out either the 1-pager. There's a 1-pager. There's actually a 2-pager if you want to drop it off in your farm or something like that. We're also going to add those to the presentation, so you're going to just show up a little bit differently. So I'm going to walk you through some of those things. Now, I do have a 1-pager, or actually it's like 4 pages guide to walk you through this first step that I'm going to go through. Because you want to do this first and have these pages ready to go, so you can easily go in, add the ranges and stuff after you've done your quick CMA.
For all of you, if you're going to do some of these quick CMAs, setting up this 1-page flyer is going to be key. And then for all of you who are going to come to Jimmy's Moxie Bootcamp class, where we're going to be sending CMAs out and putting them together, you want to do this step now. And he'll have a video that we create for this to send out to you, so you can go back and watch it, or you can watch the whole video in the Next Level Resource Center. Next step is going to be key for you to set this up so you can reuse this over and over and over again for every one of your presentations.
Now, I already did the boot camp for South Shore location. I will be actually setting up another one towards the end of the month that we will end up having in Sun City for the South Shore team, because I realized that some of the setup stuff we needed to have done and took a little bit longer. We didn't actually get the ability to send out as many CMAs as we wanted to. So if you're going to show up to the boot camp, I highly recommend this first step. We need to get this stuff done so we can make the best use of your time when we're sitting in for the
I would say if you're going to commit to coming to the boot camp, it's almost a requirement, because if you come to the boot camp and you don't have this done, please, no offense, don't waste Jimmy's time trying to do that. Then, like, this is, we're going to have videos he'll send it out again so that you have the access to it, but create this stuff now. Take your time to do it, so when you show up, we can make the most of your time and hit as many people as we can with these CMAs.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the presentation and present just to get a quick CMA going, and then I'm going to move to Canva, which is going to be where you're going to want to set up your 1-pager. So what we're going to do is in Moxie Present, you create new, we're going to go to seller, and then you're just going to scroll down under your broker templates, and we're going to look for the Beggins quick CMA.
So seller presentation, quick CMA, C2 Beggins quick CMA.
And then what you're going to want to do is you're probably going to want to name this either by the address.
How many pages is this one going to be?
It's a lot less than, I'll show you in a second. Okay. I'm going to leave it as classic for now. And then I'm going to create a new one. And what I wanted to do before I showed you the 1-pager that we're going to add into it is I wanted to show you these 14 pages that are available that we have, that actually Ange spent a lot of time putting this all together. So thank you so much, Angelique. I truly appreciate everything that you do. There are going to be some basic pricing information that's in here, just like a normal CMA. So side-by-side comparisons. Now there's nothing here because I haven't done it yet, but we've added 2 different pages in here to kind of start off this presentation, which talks around leveraging your equity when you sell and gives you some great information on if you have some equity. So that's kind of where the starting point is going to be. And then we actually have one page we're going to add in that's going to give you the range. Okay, so but I'm not going to do this part yet. I want to show you the Canva. Now you will get a link to this Canva document. Okay, you will get a link to this Canva document today. Canva is a free free app,
Open up.
free service.
Open that page up just so they know what.
So Canva, it's just canva.com. It's a free account.
Sign up with your
Sign
Google.
up with your Gmail account, your Google account, your C21BE. So it makes it very easy for you to go between what you're actually doing in there. We have this set up so you'll have no issues downloading the templates that we actually share with you. But once I send this link out to you, you cannot edit the link I send you. You're going to have to make a copy. Okay. And I will, I'll send it out to you and show you exactly what you click to make a copy. So you are good to go.
Yep.
Okay. So that's very important in this process because you're going to say, Jimmy, give me access, and it's not going to work. So what's going to happen though, let me show you the guide. This is, oh, nope, it's not going to open. That's fantastic. So this is the guide that is going to walk you through what you need to change on this presentation. Again, I'm not going over this one specifically today. I'm going to look at our quick CMA template. So this is what you're going to have access to here. So when you click on file and make a copy, you're going to see this is what's going to pop up here. Okay, so these are the two pages that are set up. One just talks about sitting on equity. You're going to have a property address and a range of price in here. We're going to add your photo. We're going to put a QR code in.
Will you click on file? Does this tell you to make a copy?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is when this pulls up, you won't be able to edit. Click file.
Up in the top left, click file.
And then there's going to be make a copy. And when you make a copy, as you can see here, it opens up another window.
And this will
it
be an
says-
editable file. For
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to actually work on this one because this is exactly how you would go about doing this. Okay.
And this is going to be something, if you wanted to just send this 2-pager to them, you can. But we also just told them we've got an amazing new system that allows us to create these awesome reports. And then you send them this 2-page thing, they may not be as impressed.
Correct.
So this is something that we're going to show you how to create this. So you can use this standalone in a farm for people, for neighbors, just for information, but we're going to insert it into your presentation as well.
So I'm going to move kind of quickly on this, but the good thing is we're going to break down this presentation for you in a video. Oops. In a video, so you can have this up and go at your pace to get this set up. Because the first thing you want to do is just get this set and ready to go. And then you can always go in, your picture is going to be there, your information is going to be there, and you're going to be ready to go. So when you look at this page here, the main thing that you're going to need walking out of this that you are going to need to upload to set this up is going to be your profile picture and your neighborhood news link from your website. Those are technically the only two things that you're going to need to upload into this to get it set up. Now, if you do have a picture of the property and you can use it, I would highly recommend here where it has these houses, go ahead and put that in there. But if not, there's at least something there to kind of take up the space on the page. So what we're going to do is you're going to notice here, we're going to end up changing property address and price. We're going to add a photo anywhere where you see agent name, agent phone number, agent email. We're going to need to put your information in there. And by all means down here, go ahead and put your website address, put your social media links if you want. You're able to do all of those things. I noticed with the class that we did last week, agent phone number and email are probably going to be the two best options to put in there right off the bat, unless you have a shorter URL for your thing. All right. So what you're going to do is first we need to upload a photo here. There's two places we're going to do it, but what you do is you come over here on the left and you're going to click on uploads. And then you're going to come up here to where it says upload files. And then I want you to search for your photo that's on your computer. Okay, now there is an app for this. If you have a tablet, it works just as easily. You can go ahead and do it that way. But what you want to do is upload that photo, your photo. Now I already have it saved in here. So it's another thing I like about Canva is I upload photos. I can keep everything in here and access it at any time. So once I've added this, you'll see my picture on the top left. All I'm going to do is drag my photo over top of this little thing down here where it says agent name. You see how it filled up with my picture? I let go of the mouse, done.
Sexy beast.
Look at that sexy
Look
guy.
at that sexy guy.
Next up, I'm going to come down here where it says agent name. And I'm going to put my information.
Jimmy McNasty.
Yep. All right, and then I'm gonna put my phone number down here. All I'm doing is just double clicking over the specific thing I need to change. Okay. Now, if you're like, you could see here, mine kind of jumped out a little bit. It put a second line on. Oops, I can drag these over. You can move them around if you want to. That's all I'm going to put in there for right now. So that's page 1. I'm going to scroll down to page 2 since I'm still working with a photo. You see, wherever you see this little blank kind of cloud, this means you can insert a photo into it. So I'm dragging my picture again on the second page if I want to use this page. Now, one thing I will tell you, if your picture's long, if you double click on your picture here, I can move it up and down and get it kind of set up better. Okay, again, I'm going to go ahead and put my information here. So as you can see, once you double click over top, it's just like typing in anything else that you have. Feel free to put your website if you want to, but again, if you do not own a domain and you have the really long one, you probably don't want to put that in here. Okay. So now my photo's done. My contact information is done. Greetings from the airport. Okay, cool.
Yes, Lauren, we are in Canva.
Yes, we're in Canva. Thank you. I should probably leave that up. All right, so you see I have page 2 is done. Page 1 is almost done. The only other thing I need to do is I need to add a little QR code here
And
for
real quick,
neighborhood news. Go
sorry
ahead.
for Lauren who just logged on. Jimmy's going to send a link out to this form that will allow you to make a copy of this template into yours where you can make all these edits.
Okay. So remember, I said all you needed was your picture and you need your neighborhood news link. So the next step is I'm going to go to your Moxie website. And then you want to go to neighborhood news. So wherever that is on your website.
So did you go to your actual Moxie?
I actually went.
Not in 21 online, my Moxie pages. You actually went to your Moxie.
I went to my Moxie website so I can view it. So this is, if you type in batrealtor.com/neighborhood news, is going to take you to my neighbor
website.
Yes.
That we have
Your
that
personal
every single one
website
gets through Century 21.
Correct.
This is your personal website.
All right. So it's important that you do this because this is a great opportunity for potential clients, past clients, even farming, that we're going to put this sign up link that will allow them, if they want to get a monthly newsletter that's not convoluted by any news in the market, it's all data every single month of what's going on in the market. And it's probably one of the highest open rates. So we want to take this URL at the top. Okay, we're going to need that in just a second.
Okay, so all you did was go to your
I went to
website.
my website and
go to
clicked on,
more.
well, mine's more.
Okay.
It's going to be different on everybody's
Depending on
website.
how you
You
set
just
it
need
up.
to go to your website and go down to where it says neighborhood
So
news.
wherever you have your neighborhood news tab, that's what you want to open up.
Yes.
All right, got it.
Okay. So now that we have that up, we're going to come back over here to Canva. And I'm going to show you how to do a QR code. Now, this is very detailed in my PDF. It actually shows you exactly what to click on. And a QR code is something that your potential client scans and will take them directly to your website. So you grab your
Okay.
phone once I
So
do this.
you're going to send the link for this form along with a
A
PDF
PDF that
on
will
how
walk
to
you
do
through
everything
that we're talking about
now. And we're going to put a video together that walks. All right, got it.
everything. Got it. So for a QR code, and again, we only need to do this one time. This is the basic setup of this. Once this is done, you can always go in and access it. All we're doing is changing property address and price, which is cool. So on the left-hand side of Canva, we want to go down to apps. And then what you want to do is just search for QR code. So I typed in QR. Oh, this is. Okay, you see I type in QR code and here's a search option. Just click QR code there. You have a lot of different options. Just pick this top left one that says QR code. It's a little white one here, and then click on it. Now what's going to happen is if you have not used this app before, it's going to say, would you like to generate a code? Hit go. Okay. There's a little purple box on the bottom until you get to this page here. Now what I'm going to do is I go back to my website, which is my neighborhood news link for my website. And I am going to copy this link.
Okay.
Then I'm going back to my CMA or my quick CMA setup template, and I'm going to paste it where it says URL here.
Okay.
All right. and hit generate code. As you can see,
Got it.
you got this huge QR code that's in your presentation. All you're going to do is that in Canva, they have these little circles around the end that allow you to adjust the size. Okay. What you need to do is you need to adjust it and then drag it right here where it says scan me. So if Chris was to scan this right now, it will take him to my website, to Neighborhood News, and allow him to sign up for Neighborhood News.
It works.
Cool.
And it's mobile friendly too.
Yes,
so-
it's very mobile friendly. So once you have completed this, the setup of your template is correct. You want to come up here to the top where this is the name of the file where it says copy of quick CMA. And what I would do is just put your name up here and say Jimmy quick CMA template. Because this is going to be set up for you every single time. And as you look through this, you'll see here that it talks about equity. It even has a little disclaimer down here, Angelique. This is a quick look at what your home may be worth in today's market if you like more detailed information of the property. So what I would recommend when we get into actually doing the pricing, if your clients or your potential clients wants a more in-depth, like if we're following these scripts and we even visit the house, we're probably going to want to take this out at that time. Don't do it right now, though. Don't do any of that right now. We just want to make sure this is saved.
So how do you save this as basically as a template?
It saves as it goes. So
Okay.
once I change that name on it, watch this. When I go back home, so when you go home in Canva, yours may look a little bit different. I just like the dark color of this. You'll see right here. Oh, it did not. No, we don't need to share. Oh, get out of the way. Yeah, because it automatically saves as it goes through. Now you can download it and do some things that if you really, really want to, and you can download it to so many different options that
Okay.
you have. So once that's done, now when you go home to your,
There it is.
I didn't bring
No,
Jimmy's
no,
in
good,
there.
good.
Should have. You'll see, actually, it'll say it should change and put that in there. I don't need to share it. Okay. Yeah, it's saved. Also, everything's been saved. Okay. So for some reason, it just didn't take Jimmy. Everything else was done. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's right here. So as you can see, when I go home and I go down to my quick CMA, you'll see that it's right here. Everything is ready for me to go now.
So that's your step. Set this up. Now that your Neighborhood News QR code is on there, you don't have to do anything else except for every CMA you do, you'll go into Canva, you'll put in the property address and the range. Once you have that CMA completed, they are quick CMA with the range, you'll change that. And then the next step will be uploading this to Moxie.
Now, and I will show you, and I will show you that what we're going to quickly go through a pricing presentation now, because technically now that that's set up and ready to go, let's do a quick pause.
Pause.
All right, Angelique, that's where you want to cut the video for that video part so we can send out to everybody.
Got it.
All right, next up, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to get into the pricing presentation. So I talked to Chris. Chris is very interested in knowing what's going on with this property, but he doesn't really want a really
just want a
toned in. He just wants a range, and that's probably what a lot of people are going to ask for. So let's go into this real quick. I'm going to actually pull up MLS because this will make this a little bit easier. I can't promise that the property will show up in MLS, but if it is in MLS, if his property is in MLS, then it actually does save us a little bit more time. Now, Chris, while this is loading up, what would you say if somebody sent you an address and they're not from the state? So so for instance, I noticed this on some of the agents when they were posting it, they were sending properties in Texas, California, things like that. It's not local, and our MLS does not allow us to see some of those values. So what would you say to something like that to still generate something for them?
I would tell them, so unfortunately, I'm not licensed in the state that you're working in, but I have a network of agents that are. So allow me to get you connected with somebody who works right in your backyard who will give you a better idea of what the valuation of your home is using the same system, same reports, same everything.
So all Century 21s have Moxie. So this is going to actually work out great because you can always send out a referral for them to somebody else to do it. Cause you know, you're going to help out the Century 21 over there doing some practice too. So keep that in mind. What's your address, Chris?
5306 Moonshell Drive, 2 words.
All right, so I'm gonna take this one that sold probably the last time. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to MLS, and if I can find a property that usually will show up, as long as the last 5 to 7 years, you're not gonna have any issues. I've seen longer. But after I start the presentation, remember we already started it, I'm just gonna come up here, and if I can find his property in MLS, I'm gonna go ahead and put it here at the top where it says copy data from MLS.
It'll make it easy. It'll pull any
'Cause look at what it
information that's
does.
in MLS, fill out the bottom stuff. Just make sure you verify that it's correct before you move forward.
So by doing this, it gives me a picture of the property. It fills all of his information. Now, remember, I pulled this from a listing that was 2020. So there's a couple things that you want to make sure you're good. One, make sure the address is right. Scroll down to the subject property, take the taxes out. Or update them. I'd say take them out, and I'm trying to do this quick, so I don't want to
Just take it out.
take it out. HOA dues, I don't know what they are. Take them out. It's been 3 years. They could have changed. Okay. So I'm pretty much going to leave the rest of the information there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the public remarks here. I'm just deleting it. Those are the public remarks from the real estate agent that put it on the market in 2020. And then I'm also going to take out the sold data here, because I don't want a
Got it.
different number to pop up when I get into it.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
If you do not have the MLS number, or it's not an MLS or it does not pull up, here's where you're going to need to type in the address. When you start typing the address in, you'll see a window pop up here on the right through Google Maps and validate that's where the property is. And then just do some basic information on the subject property, single family home, how many beds, how many baths, square footage, that kind of stuff. Don't go crazy.
If I pull the MLS number in, it takes me less than a minute or 2 minutes to verify all of the information that's in there, add what I want to add, take out what I want to take out, and this page is done, like literally less than a minute.
Melissa, you said if you have access to South Florida MLS, if that is tied into your Moxie account, then yes, you can actually choose the MLS you want to access. So if there's multiple MLSs that you have access to, you can. Moxie's only tied directly into our specific MLS here with Seller, so it can go across the board. But we know if we go down into Miami, it's a little bit different. We know if you go across the state, if you go further north, it's going to be a little different. Okay, so once that is done, all you're going to do is when you scroll down here and you've deleted everything that was in there, you're going to hit continue. Now, again, this is a quick CMA. What Moxie's going to automatically do, and I'm going to click filters real quick for you just so you can see, his property was about 2,900 square foot. It automatically went from 2,600 to 3,200. So it's already narrowing down kind of in that vicinity of what the property is actually worth. It's automatically going to pull sold data from the last 6 months, anything that's active in that range, and anything that's pending. So as you can see on the map here, this is where the property is located. This is actually the community here. What I would recommend to do, if you know the community that it's in, I would actually draw around the community. But if it's not, and you're not familiar with the community, I would do a radius. I'm going to show you both real quick. If I do a radius, when I click radius, I just go over top of the star, pull it out till I get to about a mile. Okay, so that's one option I can do. Or in this case, for Chris, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. 1 second, I have to wait for MLS to reload. I'm going to do a draw and quick draw, and then I'm going to actually go around his community. Now, what you're going to notice here in the 2,600 to 3,000 square foot range, there's only 2 properties that are popping up here that show that have sold in the last 6 months in that range.
So this is where you'll go into filters. And if you know there's other properties, you can play with the square footage, play with the age. So you can go 2,300 and go to 3,600. 36.
Oops.
It might pull up a few extras that might get you started. So let's apply that and see how many that pulls up. So there now you have a few more in the community that will get me what I need. Now I've got enough data here that I can show them that I know what I'm talking about. This is the neighborhood you live in. I know all of these homes are in your neighborhood. Your range is going to be the size from here to here. And now I've got some pricing that I can work with.
Yeah. So the cool thing is once you get those and they're in here. Now I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to look at the pricing to see. I have an idea of what his property is. And I don't really see anything over about 650 between, I see 670 and I see 500. Okay, so there's a pretty big range that we have there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna actually include all right now. Okay, so we can get that range, and then I'm gonna click either listings up here at the top or hit continue down here on the bottom right. Once we
So that
go ahead.
first step, putting the address in, scrubbing that first page took me about a minute. Second step, going through, making sure I get the right, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, because this is quick. This is literally, I'm just going to go in, grab the neighborhood because I know where it is, make sure I've got some properties in there, add them all, 2 to 3 minutes. So we're still less than 5 minutes doing this quick CMA.
Now, what I would do at this point is actually selected here, I ordered from active to sold. So there's nothing pending in that range. And we're looking at comps and how do you really identify what a house is worth? You can look at kind of what's pending to see what buyers are willing to pay, but you're going to look at the sold properties, and that's where this number is going to come from. Now, I will tell you, I do not want to send them a $420,000 to $650,000 range. I think that's a little too big. So on this case, I'm probably going to take a little time just to look and see what I should possibly take out of this property.
I'm going to take the lower price points out. In this instance, I'll take the 420 out.
So all I'm going to do is, and this is why I like doing it this way. Once I have all my listings chosen, I can come over here.
Perfect.
And then I'm probably going to take out. And this one's 2,400 too. Okay, let's just do those three.
Yep, there you go.
All right. So again, remember we said we wanted to get in that $50,000 to $100,000 range. As you can see here, I'm between $550,000 and $650,000.
That gets me into the range that I want to be in. And if I felt more comfortable and confident with something else, because I know the area very well, I can easily say you are more on the higher end of that and do the 6 to 650 range, or vice versa. So you can play around with that.
If I get pictures, I see the house, I'm going to dig a little bit more into this and clean it up.
So you can be as specific or as broad as you want, depending on their reaction to your initial request. Do you want me to just give you a range, or do you want me to get a little more specific and really dig in?
Okay. Once that is completed, the next step is to click estimate up here on the right next to listings on the top. And what you're going to want to do, you're going to see that the estimated market value is
The previous
previous sold price. Okay. Well, that's not what we're doing. Remember, we're doing a range. What we're going to do is click create range here. And we're going to say it was 550, right? To 650. That's what it says. You scroll down here, you'll see that range again. It's tying directly into what you're saying. So if you deliver that message, or if they look at that first page, which I'm going to show you what we're going to do on that in just a second. And we're basically done, at least with the report side. So presentation's pretty much ready to go. Now we have to go to.
So that's basic. That's 5 minutes.
That's 5 minutes there. Then I'm going to go back to Canva. I have my template already set up and ready to go.
Okay.
It's this quick CMA here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click up here on the three dots.
Well, before you have to add the property address and the range.
I'm going to go into it right now. I'm going to show that. So this is what I would do. Click the three dots and you're going to make a copy of your new template. Okay.
Got it.
So you never mess with the other one. Yes.
I want to change a copy of the template. Got it.
Yep. And then I'm going to come here. You'll see here on your recent designs. It's going to be right there. This is copy of the. It's a lot.
Copy of the copy.
All right. So now this is my blank template here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to where it says the title, and I'm going to change it. So I know what I'm looking at and I know who I'm doing it for. Okay.
Will this name show up anywhere in the Moxie?
No, this won't show up in here. You can put whatever you want on this standpoint. Well, we're going to save it. Actually, that's the only time we do it. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to address. And what was it again?
5306 Moon Shell Drive.
Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm just extending this a little to keep that there. Okay. We know it's Apollo Beach, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do, I don't like how big that is, so I'm going to make that a little smaller. Okay. We said the price was 550. This is how I would send it. You can put whatever you want in here.
Okay.
Done.
Perfect. Now, remember, you don't have to touch the QR code because the QR code goes to your neighborhood news page. The QR code has nothing to do with the valuation of the property. It's to get them to scan that to go to your neighborhood news. So they sign up for it and you have another touch point.
So technically I'm done right now, but if you wanted to make this look a tiny bit better, when you're on your subject, if it comes from MLS and you have a photo of it,
Got
I
it.
can actually save that image directly from Moxie.
Okay.
Okay. And this is just some things you can do with Canva. Remember how I showed you how to upload?
Mhm.
So if I upload, I'm going to go here and I'm going to pull up the file that I just did.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to. I did it twice, sorry. But I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller and I'm just going to go right over top of this thing right here. So if I want to make it look a little bit better and I have option to get your picture of your house, I have it right here.
Okay.
You don't have to though, okay? You do not have to do that.
So this is 6 minutes now.
6 minutes if you
Okay.
do that extra thing, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click share. And I want to come down, I'm going to download this. And I'm going to download it into a PDF.
Got it.
Okay. Done. Once this downloads, I have both of those pages available. So if I wanted to, I could print that and drop it off at his house, knock on his door, all that kind of stuff. Now I will tell you, if you do not have a Canva account and you go to download this, it's going to ask you to sign up. And that's when you're going to sign up for the free account. You should have no issues with this, with downloading this once you set up an account.
Okay.
All right, done.
Now what?
Now, okay, we're in our pages section here. Where do we want this to show up, Chris? Do you want to show up after it says leverage your equity? So we're going to talk about equity first before they see the presentation, or
I want those first 2 pages to show up and I want them to see overall
Okay.
thing. I'd rather, I don't want to give it to them right away and hope they see the rest. I'd rather them see
Okay.
1 or 2 things. I told them I got an awesome presentation, an awesome, I have an awesome product that I can use to create some presentations. So I want you to take a look at it.
okay, so then this is what we're going to do. Wherever you want to put that page we just made,
Okay.
I want you to click on the page right before it. So we want it right after page 2. Now, this is the thing with Moxies. You can move these wherever you want. So if it
Okay.
doesn't come into the right place, I'll show you how to do it. You're going to click add page. We're going to create a new one and we're going to upload a PDF.
Is that why we downloaded a PDF from
Yes.
Canva?
And I don't think this is going to work with this computer. Oh, maybe it will. So what this is going to do is it's going to make 2 pages, add them to your presentation. Just takes a second. And as you can see here, Chris Reed, quick CMA 1, CMA 2. So this is now in his presentation.
Perfect.
Okay. If you wanted to have this first, you just drag it and you can move it wherever you want to. But this is how Chris likes to do business. So that's where we're putting it.
All right.
Okay.
Am I done?
No.
Okay.
You said we wanted to add video, and I highly recommend that you take one of those scripts. Okay. And we've actually made a few other ones when
Do
it
you want
comes to.
do you want to shoot a quick video?
Well, I did the one you did already.
Yeah, we can show them how to upload that one.
So
send-
I'm gonna upload the one I just took of Chris. That was that. Yeah, you're not gonna put that script in this one here.
Yeah, but we shot a
Um,
video. We'll just upload that one.
So let me show you how to do this. Everybody has a YouTube channel. Now, what I will tell you when doing a presentation, when doing a video on your phone, there's a couple things you need to look at. One, do not do it like this. Okay. If you do it like this, you have to upload it to either YouTube or Vimeo or Dailymotion. I'm going to say
So
YouTube because
not
that's
in,
us.
not in like the
Not
portrait.
portrait, not vertical. You want
You
to
want-
turn it horizontal because this will
Okay.
allow you to upload it like a real video,
So
not
the
a
wider-
YouTube short.
wider
yes.
landscape.
You want to
type
do it
deal.
this way.
Okay,
Do it on your phone. It does not have to be
perfect.
produced. Okay, Jessica
No.
Beggins. It doesn't have to be produced. Just kidding. I love you a long time. It doesn't have to be produced. It should be short and sweet. They already know you, like you, and trust you. So it
It's-
just needs to be like,
Simple,
Boom, here
15
you
to
go.
30 seconds. That way it's quick. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to look at this presentation. I appreciate the opportunity to help you. Blah, 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 blah. Now we got a quick video.
yes. And then what I'm going to recommend to do is exactly how Chris said it. Do not go so specific to the age, to the person. Okay. Amber. Oh my God, it's awesome that you reached out. You want to do this. This is so fantastic. I mean, you can do
Use
that.
the same video.
Use the
over and
same
over again.
video, be generic. Thank you so much. He's going to go through his script. It doesn't call out the person or the property or anything too specific. All you got to do is make one video, upload it into YouTube, and then you're done for every CMA that you actually do.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube and I got to make sure I'm on the right page. I'm going to find my video I just uploaded. Give me just a moment. It's this one right here. Okay, so this is Chris. It looks kind of scary. Let's do, oh, that's better.
That one's even better.
That's so better. That's definitely the one. So, well,
Your YouTube.
so this is
your
what I
You-
would do.
Your YouTube is connected to your at C21BE.
Yes,
So if you go to the 9 dots in the top of your at C21BE email page, click on the 9 dots, go down to YouTube. That will directly connect to your Century 21 at C21BE YouTube channel.
okay. So I have my video here. All I'm going to do is copy that. I mean, you can click on it to watch it, do all that kind of stuff. I just need to copy this page. And then what I'm going to do is we already know how to add a new page, but I want it right after the cover. I
Okay, so
want
I'm
to
gonna-
see here. So I'm going to click on the cover page.
So
When
I want to add my video
I'm gonna
right after the
click-
cover,
I'm
and
gonna
you're
click
going to do what?
add.
Add.
add page, I'm going to create new. And this time I'm going to build a page. Oh God,
Jimmy,
please.
that sounds serious, man.
No, you're going to go all the way to the left right here. Click
Yeah.
this one module.
Okay.
Okay. And hit create. Then you have all these options. We're going to click video.
Okay.
On the right-hand side, this will pop up and say, add your video from YouTube. I'm pasting it. And I hit add.
That's it. Dude, that's,
All right. And then I am going to click save. It's going to ask me to save
guys,
this
look at that. I just
presentation.
built that page. I
So
did.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to name this, since it's a
Okay.
generic page, but I don't want it to say generic video. I'm going to say quick CMA video intro. Okay. And I'm going to save it. Now, every other presentation I make,
Where did the name, and that's in the top of the YouTube video? Is that when you uploaded it? to
that's when I
YouTube?
uploaded. I added that name into it. So just make sure like it.
Got it. I got it. Understood.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a great thumbnail.
So I know. So now that I'm done, now this is the cool thing. Since I've already uploaded this video and it's saved, now on any other presentation, since I saved it, instead of having to upload it from YouTube, I'm going to click add page, add page, go to library and click my pages. And you're going to see down here, this was that video. I can easily add it to a
So
presentation.
when you added that,
That's
it
the one time it's
automatically
automatically in my,
one
it's
of
all-
your
I-
pages that you can add to any
Yep.
presentation. Oh, nice.
all done. Cool. So
So you don't have to, I don't have to keep doing that over and
Nope.
over. It's already just click add from my library there.
Yep.
Wow.
now we're done.
Will you hit chat to make sure we're,
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So boom,
let's see
boom,
who's
boom, boom.
confused.
What do you mean? We all have a YouTube channel? Yes.
So Tina, so one of the things that Century 21 Beggins provides to you is your Google Suite, which is your at C21BE email address. That is a full Google Suite. You have Google Drive, Gmail, you have a
You got
YouTube
everything.
channel, you
Yes.
have Google Docs, Google Sheets. You have a YouTube channel created for you that's linked to your Tina White at C21BE.com. That is your YouTube channel.
Yep.
So go to the 9 dots in the top right.
I'll show
And
you
in
one
a-
more time.
The 9 dots in the top right of your email. Those are all of the suite
That's all the
all the
stuff you got.
platforms. That's, you have access to all that, to use any of that we provide to you. Go down to YouTube, click on YouTube. It'll open up your YouTube
Yep.
channel under Tina White at C21BE.com.
And the only thing I'd make sure is if you're doing it on your phone too, because you may have a personal account too, you want to make sure that in the top right-hand side, if you're on the computer, on your phone, just make
Okay.
sure the account is your C21BE.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Because if not, you're going to go and look for it on there and it's not going to be there and we got to, move
Go
on.
back to
So,
chat and make sure we got all
oh, wow, that's awesome, Chris. Yes.
the things we do things. Good.
All right.
Okay, awesome.
So we're done with the presentation. Okay. So I'm going to view it just to show you what it shows up like on the web for your clients. All right. So here's your presentation.
Hey, that's my house.
Yep. Here's the video.
Hey, that's me. So all you're going to do is shoot the video and say, hey, I'm really excited to share your home valuation report using this new system that I've got. And I really appreciate the opportunity that you're giving me.
All right. So
the
I'm not going to go
video-
crazy. Then what's up? Boom. Leverage your equity. It's going to talk about equity when you sell. What is equity?
Okay.
And then you get right into, this is the page we added with the QR code.
Okay.
That's the thank you.
I think I looked better in the video than on that.
And then here's all the information. It's all your standard,
There's some
it's
of
your
the property.
it's standard information on some of these report pages. And then all the way down, the only thing that's going to be kind of different at the end is once we get to what your home is worth. So it talks about what some of the reasons and the listing process overview. It's some really great information. And then
If you don't want any of that in there, can you go back to the Moxie page? All of these pages, if you don't like any of those, I don't want to send them the listing process because it's a quick same. I just want valuations. See the little X? You can delete any of them that you want. Whatever you don't want in there, delete it. If you just want the first couple pages of video, the valuation and the properties, delete everything else if you want.
Yep.
Like, don't give me any of the excuses that, but I don't want, and they're going to see that.
No,
And they
get
think
rid
I'm
of it.
trying-"
If
No,
you don't want to get rid of it.
delete, 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 delete. Here's your properties. Here's your value. You could easily just send the video, the Canva thing, and one page out of Moxie, and now you have it in a web page that you can text or email to them. So once you get them and they say option 1, just give me a range. Awesome. Now you go, hey, I finished with your home valuation report. This is your next step. Don't just send it over to them. I finished with your home valuation report. Would you prefer I text or email it to you? If they say text, you're going to take view web. This is a web page. Copy and paste the web page. Copy and paste it.
Now, what I would do, so if you're doing this on a computer, obviously you can't text directly to it. So email it to yourself.
Yep. Email the link to yourself in your Gmail. Email it to yourself. Then go into your phone. Open up your Gmail. Go to that email. Copy the link. Paste it in text. It's a mobile-friendly web page.
And
So
then-
it'll look just as good on mobile as it will on your laptop.
Then pull it up in your email on your phone, click it, and then just share it directly to them that way there. Yeah, it's super easy. She did it in 10 minutes. No,
No,
no, no, no.
Don't
So
try to create
no,
anything from your phone. Don't try to
Huh.
create the CMA from your phone.
the corporate word is, oh, it's all mobile friendly. No, if you're going to do numbers and stuff like that, do not
No,
don't use
the
your phone.
presentation for viewing is mobile
Yes.
friendly. As far as creation, do it on
I
the
wouldn't recommend
desktop.
that.
Or laptop. Don't try to do it mobile.
And this will be sent out. This video will be sent out. I'm sure they'll send it later on today, just like they do with
Or-
all the videos and a couple other things that are there. For
Last step 2 is if they want emailed to them,
click
if
send.
they're not already in your Moxie, you have to get there. Okay.
Yes.
Or send me the best email. Would you do me a favor and send me the best email address so I can get that into my system and send it over to you?
Yeah. So, and see, this is an opportunity to put them into your CRM. So you go to Moxie Engage. I won't walk you through it on that point, but you go to Moxie Engage, add a new person, because now when I want to send this to Chris and I click send, if he is in my Moxie, which he is probably multiple times. Okay. Now, when I say send this, okay, I'm just going to do that. Now, when I send that to him, since he's in my Moxie Engage, when he actually opens it up, it's going to let me know, and I can track if they're looking at those things and how often. So we're stalking. I did. So when I did this will automatically send. Oh, no, it didn't. I mean, you can't set, this is the thing. When you do numbers and you do a PDF, I'll show you this real quick.
It looks different.
It looks a little different. But what happens is when you have all those properties, if you remember doing a CMA and you don't choose what you want, it gives you like 100 pages because it takes the listing, it takes the subject
Yeah,
property, it takes all the comps and gives you everything
So with the link
about them.
on the web view, you can click on the property and it will open up data about the property.
Yep.
With the comps, but on the PDF, it takes all of the data from each comp and makes like 7 to 10 pages for each comp. So it turns this report into a really long one. So I wouldn't do the PDF. I would just send the web thing. So that's why we're going to text or email it to them. If you want to drop something off, you can print that out. Just make sure that you check off and delete some of those. You don't want to include all that. It's going to be way too much.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. Again, we'll break this into basically
Check
3
it out.
different videos.
More time.
Um,
Let's see. So I set up a YouTube channel account Sunday with my
Oh, I see it.
C1BE, but simply just did it the regular way of setting it up. It took me 10 minutes and upload my first video. I'll link you individually via email as a follow-up to this training. Okay. Yeah, if you have any issues with your YouTube, get with your manager, your OTL, get with Angelique, get with Susie, get with myself, Jimmy, or your Rachel manager. Just get with your managers. They'll help out with setting that up and making sure you're good.
I'll tell you probably the number one issue when people have an issue with YouTube and not being able to link it correctly is they're in the wrong account. So just make sure you're in.
If on your phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, when you click on your YouTube app, it's going to click onto whatever the original one you set up your phone with when you logged into your email or whatever. It's going to automatically connect to that. So most of us probably had a YouTube connection before you had your
Yep.
C21. That's what's going to come up. So just make sure that in your YouTube that you're logging into @C21BE if you're on your mobile
Yep.
and on your desktop too, so it connects to the right one.
Yep. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. All right.
My YouTube is not working.
All right. So I would get with your OTL. Get with Angelique, maybe, and let her see what's going on with that standpoint. But it should. All right. Do we want to take a minute? One more minute on the,
We're at 9:30, so we'll add that another time.
Okay.
For just to mention, you guys got a bunch of emails from Mike Puma yesterday. Mike added a ton of pages to your not to your website. He added the access to other pages that you can add to your Moxie website. Jimmy's going to take some time another day and also probably create a few videos to send you out. He already has videos on how to add certain pages, but he'll send some videos out and probably take another day to show you how to take the pages that Mike sent out that are accessible in your Moxie webpage and how to create them and how to add them to your Moxie website.
Yep.
So just so you know, that's what that was. You don't have to do anything right now.
yeah, don't worry about doing
Don't
anything
get
yet. I will show you.
confused.
Yes.
Jimmy will take the time to show you how to add the ones that you want. You don't have to add all of them. Mike just said, hey, here's some really cool stuff. It's on the company page. If you want it on yours, you can add it too. And Jimmy will take some time to show you how to do that.
Yep. All right, cool.
Awesome. Happy
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
8th.
28th. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Just remember, if you're coming to one of Jimmy's Moxie boot camps, do the Canva thing up ahead of time. Get that done ahead of time so that we don't have to spend the time doing it then in the boot camp class, so we can really focus on making the connections with people.
And link will be out today. You'll get the link for the Canva document out today. You will also get the
PDF.
the PDF on how to get that set up. All that stuff will be out there, and we'll send you the scripts too, because might as well prepare and make a couple videos and have those ready to go too.
Yeah, shoot the video real quick. Have the videos in your YouTube and in your phone. Have them all done. You can even, if you want, you can go into Moxie and create the template ahead of time, even without the Canva part.
Yeah.
Create the template, add the video, so it's all done. And all you have to do is pick the property, add the Canva thing, and be done. Awesome. So thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Happy Wednesday. Have a wonderful day.
See ya.